Blessed, he says, are the poor in spirit. What does that mean? The poor in spirit. I would want to point out to you something that I'll show you in just a minute. But in Luke chapter 6 and verse 20, the similar gospel account in Luke's writing, we read that turning his gaze towards his disciples, he began to say, "Blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the kingdom of God." He doesn't mention poor in spirit, he mentions simply the poor. And so are these different things? Well, yes, they are different things, but there is a relationship there. Because I think you can understand poor in spirit when you understand poverty. Who are the poor in spirit? They are those who recognize their spiritual poverty and choose complete dependence on God for salvation. It's a simple problem that we can see today amongst those who are rich. Those who are rich often have less dependency on God because they are fooled by the deceitfulness of riches. They are fooled into thinking that they have it all. They are fooled into thinking that they have security. They are fooled into thinking that they can provide for themselves and that they are somehow in control. But you see, those who are in poverty, those who do not have the goods of this life, they do not have a lot of food, clothing, and shelter. You take Luke 16 and the rich man and Lazarus. You've got one man who has everything and he does not end up with God. He ends up cast out of the presence of God. But you talk about Lazarus, the fellow who didn't have anything to eat. He's eating crumbs off the rich man's table. He didn't have good health. He was covered from head to toe in sores. He had terrible living conditions because the dogs are licking his sores. 1 second after death, where does he find himself? In paradise. In the paradise of God, forever with him. Why is that? Because when you don't have the big car, and you don't have the big house, and when you don't have an overabundance of money to purchase all of your heart's desires, the only thing sometimes that you have to turn to is God. And the problem is, every one of us here today, we find ourselves in the category of the rich. Every one of us here today. Because if you live in the United States of America, you live in a nation that is in the top percentage of all those with wealth. Do you have a home to live in? Did you drive here in a car? Do you have nice clothes to wear? Absolutely. That's a product of this wonderful country in which we live. But we start putting our dependency on things that this life provides rather than God. Are we deceived by riches into thinking that they are the end-all, be-all solution for life's problems?